Hey guys, what's up? GangstaPranksta here, bringing you my weekly wrestling and review for the week of May 2nd. This week we had in this video I'm going to bring the review of Extreme Rules, Raw, Impact, and Smackdown. Before I get this video started, the video you're watching is a 20-man Royal Rumble, and what I did for this video, I took 10 teams, I threw them all in a Royal Rumble, and the winner will get, I don't know, a tag team title shot. I'll put that in the next video or something. If you want a list of tag teams, they'll be in the description. Yes, the tags, they fight each other sometimes, but that's whatever. I can't control the computers. And one other thing, you guys always ask me, what's the formula for your car? What's the formula for your car? My answer is I don't make any of these. When you ask me for the formula, I don't know what the fuck that means. What I do is I go to Community Creations, I type in whatever wrestler I want to carve, and I just pick out the best looking one. I don't make any of these. I don't take credit for making any of these. I leave a shit ton of comments because you guys ask. This is from my mouth. Please listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. So let's just jump into review. First we got Extreme Rules, which was Sunday. Really good pay-per-view. This was just from bottom to top. It was a really solid pay-per-view. Good wrestling, good matches, lots of title changes. And yeah, let's just jump into that. First, we have Punk versus Orton. CM Punk versus Randy Orton in a last man standing match. This match was fucking awesome to start off the show. These guys put out a hell of a match. I enjoyed it. Got the crowd off hot. It was just a really good opener and just a solid match. And Orton ends up winning that match. Next we have Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus in a tables match. This was added to the pay-per-view. This was a good little match. A good match. For the U.S. title, Kofi won. It was a pretty sick ending, the way Sheamus just gave up his body for that leg drop thing. But new U.S. champ, Kofi Kingston, and he brings the title to Raw. Overall, good match. Next we have JR and Jerry Lawler versus Jack Swagger and Michael Cole in this country whipping bullshit match. Michael Cole came out wrapped in bull wrap. I thought that was pretty funny. But overall the match, when Lawler and Swagger were in the match, I thought it was they had some good stuff because they're both wrestlers and they know what to do. But when JR and Michael Cole got in, it turned really shitty. But yeah, that was about it. The end came when Michael Cole rolled up JR. I would have liked to seen Jack Swagger get the win because he needs wins to build him up to be a star for the future. Michael Cole's not a wrestler. He does not need the wins. But whatever. Next we have Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This, another good match. They brawled out into the crowd. They brawled in the concession stands. This match was all over the place. At the end, they took it to the ring. Mysterio shoots out some green spray a la Great Muta into Jiri. And gets a 619 on Cody Rhodes. I would have liked seeing Cody Rhodes get the win, but we can't all get what we want. Next we have Layla versus Michelle McCool. This was an okay match for the time that they had. Layla won, so Michelle McCool's gone from WWE for the time being, and yeah, it was blah. Karma, aka Awesome Kong, makes her debut. Personally, I don't really like the debut of characters on pay-per-views because more people watch your TV shows than your pay-per-views. But I guess it was okay here. She ended up coming in, giving an implant buster to Michelle McCool. So goodbye, Michelle McCool. Next we have Christian and Alberto Del Rio in a ladder match for the world title, probably match of the night. It was a great ladder match. It took some crazy spots. It was just a good ladder match. The end came when Edge came out in a car. honked his horn while Alberto was on the ladder. He gets distracted. Christian comes in, pushes him onto Brodus Clay and his announcer. Christian climbs up, wins the world title. Not for the first time, because he was world champ in TNA. But it's his first world championship in WWE, which is really cool to see. So match of the night. Match of the night is definitely an emotional victory for Christian. Next we have Kane and Big Show versus Wade Barrett and Ezekiel Jackson, which was added to the pay-per-view. This was just a filler match, just so, yeah, they would make the time for the pay-per-view, 11 p.m. Eastern. This was an okay match. It was a lumberjack match. End came when Wade Barrett got chokeslammed. And then all the lumberjacks started coming into the ring, and Kane and Big Show just clean house. Last but not least, we have John Morrison versus Miz versus Cena in a triple threat cage match for the WWE title. This was a good match. One thing about WWE cage matches, a cage match needs blood. You have him in there in a cage so the heel doesn't escape, and so the baby face can just beat the shit out of the heel. And blood really works for cage matches, but WWE doesn't have cage matches. Well, they have cage matches, but just they don't have blood in them. I think that really downgrades a cage match. But it was good. It was a good match. They had took some crazy spots. R-Truth came in about near the end of the match, took out John Morrison. He hit his finisher on Cena. Blah blah blah. The match goes on a little bit, and then Cena hits top rope FU on Miz. Pins him 1-3, new WWE champion. Would have liked seeing Miz retain, have a couple more months with the title, but he will not. That sucks. Overall, good pay-per-view. I recommend you check it out if you haven't already, because this is a great pay-per-view. Next was WWE Raw, and this show was okay. I don't think it would be anything if The Rock wasn't there. Like, they built the whole show around The Rock, and you could tell, like, during the pay-per-view they had celebrities. Well, they had like Pitbull. Okay, let me just go through the whole show. We had Lillian Garcia come out, sing the anthem. I don't really care because I'm not American. Rock came out. He cuts a promo. He did a little thing with Michael Cole. I thought that was awesome. And then he gave him a rock bottom and a people's elbow. That was awesome. And then Pitbull comes out, sings some gay fucking song for The Rock's birthday. Miami cheerleaders, some shit like that, came out. They danced. Who cares? Like, I didn't care. Next we had John Morrison for R-Truth. The match never got started because R-Truth just jumped Morrison and beat the shit out of him, just to further their storyline. Then we had Kelly versus Maurice, and I don't think the match had a finish. All I know is Awesome Kong came out and gave the implant buster to Maurice. So it was good to see her make a second, I guess it was kind of a debut, a TV debut, whatever. Next we got Cena versus Miz for the WWE Championship. This was a good match. This is probably the longest. I guess this was like the only match that they had, because the women's match ended in DQ, Morrison Miz, and then the other match, blah blah blah. But they had a good match. Miz won, and then the ref reversed the decision because the title was in his hands. So Cena wins. Whatever. But with this happening, I don't want to see Miz versus Cena at Over the Limits, because I just saw it on Raw and it was a good match, but I don't want to see it at a pay-per-view. Have a triple threat, fatal 4-way, scramble match, do whatever, so I don't have to see Miz and Cena for a second time. I'm not saying they can't wrestle together, it's just like, I saw it on Raw, I don't want to see it on a pay-per-view. Next we have Mysterio and Kofi Kingston versus Swagger and McIntyre. This was just a match to show off the draft picks that Raw got. So this was a good match. I think Mysterio and Kofi Kingston win. But Alberto was out for commentary, and the announcer's like, "Oh, you know, you're eyeing Rey, bullshit like that." It looks like they're gonna do a Rey Mysterio feud, Rey Mysterio Alberto Del Rio feud on Raw. I guess that's okay, because they didn't finish the one on Smackdown, but the announcers acted like they never fucking wrestled, and that's bullshit. Next we have Kane versus Mason Ryan. The match was blah. Punk interferes, Nexus comes out to jump Kane. Big Show comes out, save. Mason Ryan takes out both Big Show and Kane. That was it. And to end it off, Rock comes out, says thank you to everybody. They had a couple segments in here. I thought the one with Hornswoggle and Santino was pretty funny. Mae Young, he made it with Mae Young. It was pretty gross. So The Rock comes out, and then Vince McMahon comes out, says thank you, Rock. They put on a great promo, like, thank you package for The Rock. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I don't know what you'd have to type to check that out, but it's a great like thank you video for The Rock. So go check that out if you haven't seen it. Then Maya comes out to sing Happy Birthday. I don't know who the fuck she is. So yeah. Rock says thank you to the WWE Universe, and that pretty much ends Raw. It was, if they didn't have Rock, I think the show would be pretty shit, to be honest. But that's just me. It was okay. It was an okay Raw. Next we have Impact. Impact was better this week. Like, it was okay. It started out with Immortal in the ring. They're talking. Sting, Van Dam come out. They get into a brawl with Immortal. Then Fortune comes out. And they brawl, take out Immortal, blah blah blah. And then Robert Roode gets on the mic and cuts a fucking awesome promo, just saying, Hogan, you came in, you just fucked everything up in TNA. They talked about Lethal. One thing about this, they talked about Jay Lethal throughout the night, and it's like, why are you gonna talk about a guy when he was in your company? You didn't give two shits about him. But now that he's gone, like, oh my god, I miss you, Jay Lethal. If you fucking liked him so much, include him in the goddamn angle. Bring him in Fortune. Let him feud with Immortal. I think that would be fucking awesome, but you didn't do that. Fucking dumbasses. But Rude cut an awesome promo. If you haven't seen this, go check it out. It really got me hyped up. First match, we got Suicide versus Sangrenito. It's basically TNA's version of Sin Cara, and it's Amazing Red in a mask. I don't really give a shit about this character. Just give me Amazing Red. He's fucking amazing, you know. But it was an okay match. His Sangren, I don't even know how to say his fucking name. Amazing Red. The mask that he wears for this character is, he looks like a fucking retarded Power Ranger. That's enough. That's it. Next we have Mexican America. They have their Cinco de Mayo celebration. Blah blah blah. They bring out Hector Guerrero and the other announcer, and they beat him up because he's Puerto Rican. Funny part about this, I don't know if this happened to anybody else, but in Canada, they called him a filthy Puerto Rican, and they bleeped out filthy. I just thought that was funny. I don't know. Overall, the segment, Inc. ends up coming out, making the save, and they're going to have some tag team matches. That's cool. Next, we have AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels versus Gunner and Bully Ray. It was going good. It was going pretty good until Tommy Dreamer comes out. Turns, I don't want to say he turned heel, but he just pile drived AJ. And it looks a lot like that angle that WWE did with JBL and HBK, where I think HBK couldn't like provide for his family, so he worked for JBL and some bullshit like that. I think that's what they're doing with Dreamer, and he's gonna be a face, but he's gonna be with Immortal, so he can like take care of his family and shit like that. It's just like, I really don't want Tommy Dreamer in this because I don't care about him. So that's, yeah, it's whatever. Next we have Karen and Jeff Jarrett come out. They bring out Velvet Sky to confront her, whatever. And then they say they're gonna have a handicap match with Angelina Love and Winter to face Velvet. But then Angle comes out and he says no, it's gonna be me and Velvet versus Jeff, Winter, and Angelina Love. So that's the main event. Yeah. Next we have Murphy versus Rob Terry. They set up a backstage segment where Bischoff cussed him out and said, "You're gonna face, and the loser leaves Immortal." The match was okay. Rob Terry, he beat Murphy, so Murphy is out of Immortal. I don't know what to say. I don't really give a shit. Next we have Mickie James versus Miss Tessmacher. I missed most of the match because I went washroom break. But I'm just gonna say it was amazing. It was fucking amazing. Even though I didn't see it. But Madison Rayne came out and challenged Mickie James for match sacrifice. And if Madison reigns, Tara is free from her contract obligations with Madison. I'm so sick of this fucking Tara Madison bullshit. Yeah, I don't even get it. Next, we have a backstage segment with the X Division guys confronting Eric Bischoff. It was Kendrick, Amazing Red, and I think Generation Me. They complain about Jay Lethal being released, and they're like, "Yo, we want to be used. You know, we're like the most talented wrestlers on the roster," and I completely fucking agree with that. But I don't know what to say. TNA is a bunch of fucking retards. So, and Bischoff's like, "Oh, grow taller, get some more muscle, blah blah blah." So they're pissed off. They storm off. Yeah. Main event. Winter, Angelina Love, Jeff Jarrett versus Velvet, Kurt Angle. In a handicap match, mixed gender, blah match. It was an okay match. Nothing to really say. They're really building up Velvet to be the next contender for the Knockouts title, which is okay. Next week, we have the Mistress shows up. The network shows up. I'm so sick of this bullshit. TNA, you bring in someone every fucking month. They're going to change the whole fucking landscape of your company. Fuck you. Stop doing this goddamn storyline. Stop bringing fucking people in. I saw the spoilers for next week. It's fucking shit. Well, I might be jumping to conclusions. I haven't fucking seen it on TV, but I saw I think she's the Mistress. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at spoilers. All I'm gonna say is, fuck. Like, come on. And we have a backstage segment to end it out. Hogan and Bischoff, they go to their car. It says, "You're next" written on it. They think it's Goldberg for some fucking reason. Like, he would go to that fucking company. There's no money there. They leave, and then the pants, the X Division guys, Bischoff cussed out, and they're fucking laughing. So it was okay. That was an okay Impact. Next, we got SmackDown. It opens up with Christian. He comes out. He's like, "I'm a champion. Yo, yeah, it's my dream." It's cool. Mark Henry comes out. He wants a title shot. Great Khali comes out. He wants a title shot. I don't know what the fuck he wants a title shot. It was going okay until Great Khali came out, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" So, like, you don't belong there. Ugh, let me take a breath. Orton came out, and then he's like, "I don't want a title shot." And then Teddy Long came out, but he didn't want a title shot. I was kind of surprised. I was like, maybe Teddy Long, he wants a title shot, but he didn't want a title shot. He sets up, he lets the fans decide. The fans say, Orton, Orton, Orton. So main event tonight, Orton, Christian for the title. Next we have Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. It was a good match. It was a good match for the time they had. I wish it went longer. Sheamus wins, bicycle kick to the head. Cody Rhodes cuts a promo about Rey Mysterio being lucky he got drafted to Raw. He calls the crowd ugly and gives them paper bags. Whatever. Next is Big Show versus Ezekiel Jackson. It was okay. Ezekiel wins with a lariat to Big Show. And then the core comes out and they celebrate, and Ezekiel Jackson walks off. So there's some tension. Next we got Layla versus Alicia Fox. Quick match. Layla wins. It was like 30 seconds. I blinked. It was done. So Karma comes out. Thank God. She's going to be on Raw and SmackDown. Fucking awesome. She gives a vicious clothesline to Alicia Fox. Apparently blew out her shoulder, which really sucks for Alicia Fox. But she gave her an implant buster. Blah. Next, the core attacks Ezekiel Jackson backstage. It's whatever. Ezekiel Jackson's out of the core. We got Sin Cara versus Tyson Kidd. It was a good little match. I wish they had a little bit more time. Chavo comes out. He congratulates Sin Cara. This could be an awesome feud because Chavo's a great wrestler and he knows the lucha style. So I think him and Sin Cara can have a good little match. Next is Orton versus Christian. This is okay. This was a really good match. You guys should check it out. It was just awesome. But Orton gets RKO. He's the new champion. It's whatever, you know. Christian got us 2 days as champion. It was whatever. Overall, SmackDown was pretty good. This week was okay. Check out Extreme Rules. Check out whatever I said to check out on Raw. And SmackDown. Check out the main event. This was my weekly wrestling in review. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next Saturday, where I'll review everything, give my predictions for Sacrifice. Till then, peace out.